Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. Hi, newly awakened. Oh, wait. Hold on. I need to launch my TikTok comments. Okay. Alrighty. So okay. Maybe if I turn this a little more. Okay. Let's get started. So I asked what this live stream was going to be about, and what I heard is soul downloads. So I'm assuming your higher selves have quite a bit of information for you guys. Assuming. Have you guys noticed certain types of symptoms? My laptop irritates me sometimes. Sometimes it does. It just does whatever it wants. You know, I'm very particular about the way the windows are on my laptop as I'm doing stuff because, you know, sensory overload. And then it just does whatever it wants. Does whatever it wants. I guess you could say my laptop is very much like me, just minding my own business and doing whatever the heck comes to mind. All right, we're almost ready, guys. You've been feeling low energy. Oh my God. I totally did not even, why am I like this? I'll make the announcements later. I have another date set for the Morphogenetic Fundamentals workshop. And then I have a comfort care meditation. I don't have the link set up because heaven forbid I function. Heaven forbid that I function. Heaven forbid. All right. Let's get started. Let us get started. A lot of stuff has been happening with energy. And when I say a lot of stuff, I mean a lot of stuff. There's been a lot of shifting, a lot of attempts, just tremendous. This is a week that has been, we'll say, earmarked for specific energetic processes. Now, if you guys are not aware, I don't track moon stuff, planet stuff, or any other. I'm astro illiterate. Accept it. Love me anyways. Serious. Love me anyways. I don't follow any of that stuff, but there's something that's happening. It has to do with some type of planetary something, moon position, sun stuff, Schumann resonance. I don't know. Has something to do with one of those things or a combination of those things. And it's opening the potentiality. I'm hearing the port of entry. I don't know what this means, but I don't like how it feels. So the first card, High Priestess of Water, it's in reverse. Do you guys remember there was this lady on TikTok that was talking about, like, watch the water? That just suddenly comes to mind. Watch the water. Oh, is it like mythical creatures? Like mythical, are we going to be seeing some anomalies near Antarctica? Antarctica? I don't know. Something to do with water, High Priestess of Water, it's in reverse. So this could mean something to do with your water intake, right? What is it? Your body's made mostly of water, like 70%. If they're charging the water, That would have to do with quite a few different things. Give me 1 second. Because there's information. Information. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that I have. It has to do with endogenous bioelectric fields. It has to do with that. So that's not a good thing. Because then it interferes with chemical signals. It has to do with voltage, tissue polarity. And gene transcription. Okay. This reading is about to go sideways real fast. I'm serious. It's about to go sideways really fast because this type of information is something where you really need to make sure that the things that you're doing to prepare for this are things that will actually help you to prepare for this. So all these different, oh, shoot. Oh my God. Sorry. I almost dropped you guys on your heads. Okay, I almost dropped my TikTok people. My bad. My bad. Anyways, you're fine. Trying to determine the gravity of what will happen. This is a very intense message. You have to focus on the signs, right? Your foods are the things that are going to help to protect you during this period, protect your cells and all of that. The things that you take in. I'm hearing the word transcription, 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 transcription. Injury induced electrical currents will affect direct cell migration. And then it will directly affect tissue remodeling. Okay. All of this right here is super important. You guys are probably like, what are you reading? Class notes. I'm serious. I'm preparing the content for my class. It has to do with this. It has to do with bioelectric fields and tissue polarity and the way injury-induced electrical currents will greatly interfere with cell migration. It will greatly interfere with tissue remodeling and the ability to activate resident stem cells. So whatever, you guys need to focus. You need to focus on your food intake, the type of food that you take in, the type of nutrients, the quality of the water that you drink. This message really is primarily for those who are extremely high frequency. And there's quite a few people who are reaching that extremely high frequency state. You'll know that you're reaching these extremely high frequencies when you start to realize how sick the food is making you feel. So you're eating the same foods that you normally eat, but you've been like, your belly's been feeling yucky. Hi, Rochelle. Your belly's been feeling yucky. It's like a lot of indigestion. You've been very inflamed all over. Your face is kind of swollen. Your lymphatic system is clogged. All of these different things. That's how you can tell you're reaching higher levels of frequency. As that happens, you become less and less compatible with the usual foods that you eat. If you guys are looking for total shameless plug here, if you guys are looking for the cleanest, most delicious tortilla chips happen. CHIPZ happen. Look for them on Facebook, on Instagram, and all the platforms. I promise you, this will be the most like, oh my God, the most delicious chips you'll ever have. Not even joking. Not even joking. So look for that. You guys might want to look into the use of supplements, specific types of supplements. I'm not a licensed trained medical professional, so I morally am not allowed to be prescribing anything legally as well. What I would personally do, aside from binging on chips happen, I swear to God, all-time favorite tortilla chip. It's like literally, and you guys are probably like, why are you laughing? Because we had a whole shipment box and me and my family were fighting over it. We were fighting over it. I was like, that's my bag. Okay. Okay, so I can give you guys some general information that you would need to take the time to look into to see how it fits in and if it's safe for whatever existing health conditions that you have, as well as whatever prescriptions you're taking from your doctor. One of the most powerful things you can do is ask your doctor. If your doctor is not receptive to any of that stuff, an even better source of licensed advice, your pharmacist. Simply asking your pharmacist, hi, I would like to take these supplements. Is it safe with my prescriptions? And the pharmacist will absolutely be able to tell you. That's their specialty. So I would look into using an adaptogenic stack. Things that are classified as adaptogens, Siberian yellowthroat, Rosea, I forget the name. Rosea something. There's that one. I would look into the use of like antioxidants, like really strong antioxidants to fight oxidative stress. I think this message is really talking about the attempt to push oxidative stress to accelerate that. Oxidative stress does a number on your body, like real bad. So what you guys can do is start to negate some of that. You need to remove the inflammatory foods that cause an inflammatory response. It's typically having to do with grains and cow dairy, typically, but it's going to be different for each of us. And the degree of your sensitivity is going to vary person to person. So being aware of the different ways in which you can support your process. Rhodiola rosea. Yes, rhodiola rosea. That's the one. I'm like, rosacea? That's a skin condition. Girl, hello. It's not rosacea. Rhodiola rosea, not rosacea. So you can stack adaptogens. I believe turkey tail is also considered an adaptogen. All sorts of different types of mushrooms and things like that. And I'm not talking about psychedelic stuff. I'm talking about supplements. Supplements. Those would be good to look into. Don't just start taking things. You have to know what you're taking and why you're taking it and if it's safe. That's really, really important. And, just kind of word to the wise, anyone that's providing you actual medical advice via live stream, not just telling you information to research or information in key terms to bring to your doctor's appointment, that's a major red flag. That's extremely unethical. And you guys need to be safe. Okay. So, I'm not telling you how much to take. It would be immoral and unethical for me to do that. But start reading and then bring it to your doctor. Let your doctor know, like, hey, I would like to try this supplement. Is it safe for me? So adaptogens, adaptogenic stack. And then antioxidants are also something that is super crucial. You can look into things like urolithin A, you can look into NAD, you can look into liposomal glutathione, you can look into luteolin, like all kind of different stuff, all sorts of different stuff. If you guys are curious about the brands that I use, they're in my Hoobie link. If you click my Hoobie link, it's my profile on TikTok. You just click that and then you scroll all the way down and look for the Amazon storefront. And that's literally everything that I personally use, whether I use it for my family or I use it for myself. Those are the brands that have worked really well for me. So making sure that you focus on the things you need to focus on. See, because this is the number 4, right? This is the number 4. You guys probably didn't see that. 4. And then it says High Priestess of Water, and then fire, focus. So they're trying, that proverbial they is trying to dampen your focus, split your attention. 4 is the number of self. It's the number of self. And so there's something that's being hidden from you. You're hiding this need from yourself. You don't want to address it. It's something that scares you. I'm assuming it has to do with your health. I'm assuming it has to do with something that you're feeling, that you're afraid to go see the doctor because what will they say? Well, okay, if your doctor doesn't support you, which sometimes they don't, go to a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner, go to a kinesiologist, a naturopath, someone who specializes in herbal therapies, whatever it is. Allopathic medicine is not the only modality that can help you regain your health. As a matter of fact, it is my personal opinion that allopathic medicine is strictly about trauma. If you have a traumatic circumstance, traumatic injury, life-threatening injury, broken bones, cardiac event, respiratory distress, that is where allopathic medicine is just unbeatable. You need to go to the hospital for those things. But if you're talking about true health care, regaining your health, there's other licensed medical professionals that would be a better fit. So you have options. Now, you're not seeing what's happening, probably because of fear, probably because of programs. For many people, they have been very much conditioned to believe that those alternative types of treatments and therapies are just, useless. That's fine. I'm not going to correct you, but I know for me, myself, I've gone to a naturopath that's completely changed the health and life of my children, like completely changed it. I've gone to an acupuncturist that's completely changed my health. One of my kids, I took them to, and these are licensed people, okay? I took this particular child to the acupuncturist, and he's had digestive issues his entire life. And my God, he shot up in height, in muscle mass, shoe size, everything within a couple months. Like he's a completely different, physically different individual. So I believe if you go to someone that's skilled, they can help you with these things. But they have to be skilled. Not all, just like with doctors, not all are created the same. They don't all have the same passion and desire to assist their patients. Okay? So, you guys need to be careful about your emotions. Be careful about being quick to get into conflict. That's being pushed. See the warrior, and then, sorry, TikTok. Here you go. The warrior. They're trying to get you into fight mode. And then high priestess of spirit, right? It's in reverse. So this is telling me that they're trying to get you into a highly agitated state so that you're more easily triggered. Triggers give control to whoever's pulling that trigger. So if it's someone outside of you that's triggering you, then that means they're in control. You've given them control. If it's you triggering yourself, why do you keep pulling the mother freaking trigger? Right? Give yourself some compassion. So, this triggering that's happening, that whole conversation of is Gaia angry? Gaia's angry with us. Gaia don't give a damn. Like we're ants on Gaia. Just stop. Anyways, the triggers. Something's trying to trigger you so that you don't listen to your higher self. That's up to you if you don't want to listen. It's not for me to tell you to listen or not. But I'm telling you, this is what's happening, whether you're aware of it or not. This is what's happening. Why? Because once you're triggered, you're much more primed to receive the deceit. There's lies, 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 lies. A lot of lies are being pushed through. That's going to create a lot of conflict, a lot of division. When people believe something, it's very hard to convince them differently. It's very hard to get them to hear something else. It's much easier for me to teach someone who doesn't know anything than it is to teach someone who has all of these different spiritual titles, because like in my program, everything I teach is basically like contradicting all of this very, very widespread information that's convoluted to begin with anyways. It contradicts it. So then if someone is, has all of these different trainings already under their belt, they have a tendency to be like, that's not right. That's not what I was taught. Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you. But what I'm teaching you, there's tangible effects. It's not just like, just trust me. No, there's tangible results that can be quantified by medical diagnostics. So, whatever you want to believe, whatever you want to believe, this is what I'm teaching. That's that, right? So, the message here, oh no. Ugh, I'm just so over it. Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, he does. Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, he does. Anyways, this is not a good message. It's not. I just want you guys to kind of like sprinkle some salt all across it, okay? Just sprinkle. Salt downloads. That's what I get for. Anyways. Okay, first and foremost, look at this image. Now, if you look closely, there's like a little moon right there, right? So I'm going to show you guys. So card number 16, invisible. She's like about to step on a mirror. And then right here, I've never noticed this before. There's like this crescent moon right in there. You see it? The moon will typically indicate something that's being hidden. Oh, she's stepping through the mirror. Portals are being opened again. Portals are being opened again. So I haven't talked about this before, and I don't have it listed on my website. I was instructed by Soul several weeks back as I was making the baneful protection kits that went with my workshop. I was instructed by Soul to go ahead and create a sealer. So, for those who got their baneful protection kits, you should have a space sealer in there. It's in a little bottle. Don't drink it. Don't drink that bottle. What you do, like, say this is the bottle. You shake it with your finger on top, and then you seal the entrances. Whether it's a window, a door, a mirror, from the windows to the wall, till the sweat drips down my crystal ball. I'm serious. Seal it all. Seal it all. I went to Peru years ago, and I was literally going to die on Rainbow Mountain. That shit was so high, and apparently I belong near the ocean. So I was suffering with severe altitude sickness, and we get to Rainbow Mountain, and I was like, I can't get out of the car. I'm going to pass out if I get out of the car. And the mofo didn't have any oxygen. I did consider breaking into the other person's car. It was a tour bus, and they had a little oxygen tank. I was like, I don't even care if I go to jail. I just need oxygen. But anyways, I told my guide, like, I'm gonna stay in the car because, like, I think I'm gonna die. And I'm saying, muerta, I'm gonna die. And he said, all I needed was some agua de Florida. I was like, sir, I don't want to be disrespectful, but I don't think that's gonna help. He goes, no, just listen to me. So he like it's like Old Spice in my hand, and he goes, you just rub it, clap 3 times. I was like, okay. I was totally like, okay, I'm desperate. I don't want to die onto this mountain. Well, we'll do that. Just the whole face. So I did. I'm obviously still alive. Maybe he was onto something. No, it did not make me feel better. It didn't. I do believe once they got back to the car, because my travel buddy and and our guy, they decided to hike all the way up. I was cyanotic. My fingers were purpley blue. It was cute. It was a cute shade. Literally, they were purple. They were like bluish purple. And then I was starting to get like a bluish tinge around my lips and under my eyes. I was like, you should get in the car. We gotta go. We have to go. We have to go lower. We have to go lower. So I was fine though. Maybe the space sealer sparingly, just a couple drops, and then maybe that'll seal you off. Because I mean, it could. It has a mix of flora that could be beneficial. But that's not what it's for. It's to you use your finger and you seal off all the entrances, the mirrors, all of that. I'll put that on my website soon. If you guys don't need a picture, I could just put that on my website tonight. If you need me to make it all like bougie with a picture and everything, it's going to take me a little bit. It's going to take me a little bit. But this dark goddess is coming through. And it's not just Lilith. Y'all think Lilith is bad? See over here, this is Lilith. This is Lilith. She's all like, I'm hot. Right? There you go. That's Lilith. This is Lilith's competition, Lamashtu. These two are still fighting over dominion. They each want dominion over humans. I don't know. Thank God I'm a hybrid. Leave me out of that. Yeah, don't involve me. I'm not human, and I'm a weird ass human too. Mean it in the best way. Anyways, it's time to let go. You holding on to whatever it is that you're holding on to, not going to work. Not going to work. Okay. Energy is shifting. Energy is shifting. Alrighty. Let me just make a little additional list. Space sealer. And then I also have a rapid clearing kit for dark magic as well as dark matter. I'll put those on my website. I'll put them on the website tonight. Not even joking. Soul says that I was supposed to have it done last week, but life happens. Gosh. I don't work for you. I work for myself. It's like, that's the problem. Not lying. So you need to release it. There's something that needs to be released. And I think it's your hesitation to do what needs to be done. Do the sigils still work, or do you recommend the space sealer instead? I'm going to be honest. The sigils were working for a bit. I don't know that they're working anymore because where's the cards? Hold on. Where is it? I think it was these two. No, three. Yeah, these three. Look at this. And if you guys, well, I don't know if you do or not, but the placement of the tattoos. See right there, right there, and then right there. The placement of the tattoos. I'm not sure if you guys know this. I don't know if anyone knows this. Anyone alive knows this. I would like to think that maybe one or two people do. Placements in this area, right here and right here, those are usually shields. They shield the face. And so if they're having that type of shielding, that means they've calibrated to the sigils and they're overriding them now. To what degree? I don't know. But that's what that tells me. So let me see the spiritual meaning of a frog. Transformation, a connection to water. Where is the high priestess of water, right? Connection to water. These two. Release, connection to water, the ability to navigate between different realms. All of these different things. They're using the moon pool. The moon pool is the Mariana Trench. I'm not allowed to talk about this type of stuff on YouTube because YouTube gets all bajiggity. I could go ham with it on TikTok. TikTok, I could go ham with you guys. YouTube, not so much. So frogs undergo dramatic metamorphosis. They're a powerful symbol of change, rebirth, and new beginnings. And it's something that's meant to guide you through life transitions, encouraging you to embrace change and adapt to new circumstances. Some stuff's about to pop off. That's what that's telling me. Something's about to pop off. And then dare to dream, and it's in reverse. It's meant to crush your dreams. What are your dreams? Nothing but reminders of a timeline that you are needing to stay on. You're needing to stay on track. It's reminders for a path that's already been predetermined for you by your soul. No one else. No one else. So they're trying to crush that. They're trying to prevent your ability to move. Diamond, the diamond. I guess the process that most of you are in is a conversion to diamond ray coding. That's a very difficult conversion to go through naturally. It's very, very difficult. And I say that because of the fact that it's reprogramming your entire morphogenetic template. It's a much higher frequency. So it's an extremely challenging, extremely painful process. Most people it will initiate in most people a very pronounced dark night of the soul. Does the sealer and rapid removal kit come with instructions to use it correctly? Yes. Do you mean with the baneful kit, or do you mean when I sell them separately? Selling them separately will still have the instructions, if that's what you mean. Does secured spaces video still work? I don't know. If it feels like it's still sealing your space, then yes. But if you're starting to experience odd, like anomaly type things in your home, seeing things in your home, and then it's probably been overridden. Does that alter like your timeline or purpose? Which one? Will playing the revocation still help? I encourage you guys to try it, and if it still gives you a sense of relief, then yes, it should still work. The ray, does that alter your timeline or purpose? Converting to a diamond ray? No, because if you're converting, then that's part of your natural process. And then that means your soul had already factored that in. But again, that process is extremely challenging. It's not impossible, but I just want you guys to be aware of what you could potentially experience, because of the fact that, when people experience these types of ascension mechanics, they tend to be like, oh my God, I'm being attacked, which you probably are. And that attack is being used to trigger even more frequency accretion, like rapid frequency accretion. So all of this works together. It all works together, but you guys need to be aware of what's happening so that you don't start thinking, oh my God, I've turned into a demon myself type of logic. You know what I mean? So the universe. I'm like, is that a donut? Is that a meatball in the middle? Here, the universe. The universe. There's something pulling the strings, and I don't normally get this sense from it, but that hand looks really malignant. It looks sinister. And I would not be surprised if this has anything to do with Lamashtu or Lily too. Those two. They need a nap and a snack or something, or like some Midol and chocolate, because they need to just chill out. Those who need to just chill out. I'm not going to, though. Oh, holy shit. That's a bad message. What the fuck? Okay. I think I need to sing some Jesus songs. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Look at this. Okay, so the sage, right? But it was in reverse. Look at this. the sage. Do you guys see all the teeth dangling? Okay. I see this and I'm like, I gotta just remind myself, like, I can't help everyone. I'm not here in that capacity. You know, I can't, like, I can't stop everyone from experiencing the things their decisions are leading them to experience. So, what does this mean to me? Someone's path has now been blocked. They've presented themselves as a sage when they, in fact, are not. They speak loudly, falsities, yet they carry no wisdom in their words. They're about to be silenced. I don't know who's being spoken of. And I'm going to be quite blunt. I don't care to find out. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. And for those of you who are like, why wouldn't you want to know? If I'm not allowed to interfere, if I'm not allowed to intercede and, assist in the facilitation of a gentler way of learning your proper place within this world, within your existence, then I don't want to know. For what? I can't do anything to change it. So why do I need to know? So for whoever it is that needs to know, their path is blocked and they're unaware. Look, that moon above, they don't even realize that they're being given this notice that they're not going to be allowed to carry forward. And these things that they say that lack wisdom, that carries a heavy price. Very heavy price. Very, very heavy price. And this cannot be changed. So for those of you who think like, oh, you're going to convince so-and-so, whoever it is in your life, that, they need to stop doing what they're doing and they need to pause and they need to, all these things that you think you're going to do to help them not experience whatever the other card was saying they're going to experience, that correction. You cannot change it. And we need to normalize respecting people's decisions to experience their lessons in the way they choose. We need to normalize that. We need to make it okay to respect people's process and sovereignty. So, I just saw a notification and it says the babies are not babies anymore. Do you know what that means? This is your initiation into what? I don't quite know. You're no longer a fledgling. You're being invited to join the initiates. You're about to enter into a state of gnosis. Gnosis is a powerful state to exist in. Why? There's no room for any other potentialities except what you know and hold to be true for you. That's going to be your strength. Your belief in yourself, your belief in your authority over your journey, that's going to be your strength. It's going to shine brightly even in the darkest of spaces that you enter into. That's going to be your strength. So you need to cultivate that. At this point, if you refuse to surrender to this process, have you ever seen a tree buried with the roots sticking up and the top covered by the soil? Have you ever seen a tree survive that? This is a weeping willow. Grief, mourning, and loss. If you refuse to surrender to the process that your soul has tasked you to complete, you will experience grief, mourning, and loss. It also represents resilience, adaptability, and the endurance of love and family. It's also linked to water, something about water. There's a lot of frequency going through my ear right now. Good Lord. Okay. So something about water again, the moon and water, moon and water. Is there a full moon anytime soon? Do you guys know? Is there a full moon? Let's see. Oh, it's tonight? It was yesterday? Full buck moon in Capricorn. Oh, that's what it is. Some of you are about to get rammed out the water. Capricorn doesn't play. That's the thing. Capricorn does not play. It sees a task and it will either complete the task or rewrite the entire path in order to complete what needs to be completed. You need to begin living your life with some of that Capricorn energy. You need to. You need to, because that's the only way to really navigate this. So a sea goat. Can sea goats breathe water? I would assume, yeah. Or do they hold their breath? I don't know. These are very, very interesting because if sea goats breathe water, for me, it's irrelevant whether it breathes water or not because I'm a Piscean. I don't have to hold my breath. I don't have to come up for air. I can stay in the depths and be very comfortable. I'm actually much more comfortable in the depth than I am in the superficial existence. Aquarians are factoring in here. So there is someone who is releasing quite a bit of energy. I don't think this is a human. I don't think a regular human has the capacity to activate these specific portions of their morphogenetic template to be able to do this. But there's stuff that's affecting the crown activity of most people right now. Those who are sensitive. For what? Let's see, look. It's to get you upside down because look at this next card. It's to get you in a space where you have blinded yourself because of your assumption that your soul is teaching you or telling you, guiding you into a space of power. What type of power? Dominion type power. Any type of dominion is wickedness, is demonic. Benevolent things don't try and gain dominion over others. When was the last time you saw me try and control someone? Even something as benign as telling you like, oh, that person has weird energy, don't go to them. I don't do that. Why? Because I will not interfere with how you choose to learn your lessons. Now, if your soul tells me that, hey, you're going in the wrong direction and you kind of need a little bit of a hello, if your soul tells me that, I'll give you the information. Yeah, absolutely. Your soul has asked me to. But if you think I'm going to just randomly start instructing people and telling people what to do, how to live, what to believe, how to exist, that's fucking demonic. That's demon behavior, demon dominion. So How do I know this? Am I just making this up? Oh, Emmy's just trying to scare people. Why are you afraid? You have power over yourself. I never understood that. That whole concept of constantly being accused of fear mongering. How is it fear mongering if I'm not fucking afraid and I'm telling you don't be afraid? How is that fear mongering? It's fear mongering to those who want dominion over you. And my presence in your journey, if you hear what I have to say and then they say what they say, it overrides everything because then the things they said sounds like bullshit now. It's true. That's why they want me to shut up. But I won't. I won't. Here it is. Look. Look what he's petting. Some kind of fucking reptilian. Oh, and look, he's just so just like, oh, friend shape. Why not friend if friend shaped? Okay. I mean, if you like demons, you like demons. It is what it is. It is what it is. You go ahead and be the demon whisperer. That's fine with me. It is. It's fine with me. Yeah, I think if you opened your eyes, you would see that it's not friend shaped. Because look at its freaking face. That don't look friend shaped. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. I came across information regarding Labubu. Mm-hmm. And the information connects to Lamashtu. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying, maybe they released Labubu. Maybe they released Labubu because it's kind of their way of invoking in a half-assed way. And it doesn't, I don't think it has to do with Pazuzu. It has to do with another, there's so many of them. I forget the name of the one that it actually has to do with, but it's something that's supposed to kind of shield you from Lamashtu. So I found that interesting. Why would you need to be shielded from Lamashtu? Well, because she gonna fuck shit up. That's what she about. If you thought Lilith was, wait till Lamashtu show up. I'm saying I'm not gonna wait. Like shit. I don't think so. But here's the thing. So then you guys are like, oh, so then it's a good thing. Not so fast. Pump the brakes, okay? Pump those brakes. Pump the brakes. So here it is. If you invoke something on your behalf to do work for you, especially work that gets their hands dirty, fighting with Lamashtu is going to get very filthy. That's a high price to pay. So if you invoke that unknowingly and don't give the offerings that are necessary for payment for that service, guess what? You've now incurred demonic debt without even realizing it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Y'all should have just stuck to the munchie cheese. They started this program back when they released the munchie cheese, and then they wanted to see how far they could take it with the Beanie Babies, and then they went in full on Labubu. Now you're sitting in demon doo-doo. Burning the Labubu is not going to help. When you burn something that has some type of demonic attachment to it, for those who think Labubu is a possessed artifact, if you think it's like a poppet of some kind, an adorable poppet with fucking cute nails and shit. Yeah, I don't own one. But if that's what you're thinking and you go ahead and burn it to like cleanse it, to remove it, all the burning does is seal that state open. It's like you're trying to keep something out of your house, so you're going to burn the whole house down. Now the whole house is open. There's no doors left to close. It stays open. So careful what you burn. Careful what you burn. So there's something that's going to come out of the abyss. Its identity is hidden, and it's going to present itself as being something here to facilitate the peace, right? It's going to speak in a way that you think it's here to promote peace. It hides behind this fake peace, just, peace, 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 peace. Don't listen to that. You got to listen to your soul above and beyond anything else, even me. Like, I don't know why you would listen to me. I'm some random ass person on the internet. I mean, like, there's so many factors to factor in before you listen to me. Did I eat yet? That's a huge consideration. Have I been fed? Because, I mean, if I'm hungry, I don't know that you should listen to anything that comes out my mouth. Because I get hangry. I don't get hungry, I get hangry. And so maybe just I did eat. I did eat though. Okay. So hold on. I gotta look up something. So the age of Aquarius is an astrological concept signifying a shift in the Earth's alignment with the constellations, specifically from the constellation of Pisces to the constellation of Aquarius. This era is often associated with themes of harmony, transformation, freedom, and intellectualism, and is believed to usher in a period where humanity will focus on unity and collective progress. So it's been opened. The fires are burning, and the water is spilling out. That which was contained can no longer be contained. What does that mean? That which was contained can no longer be contained. I'll tell you exactly what that means. Oh, girl, don't, Bella, stop. Don't talk to me about Snickers because I love Snickers, but I can't have it. Fucking milk. Ugh. Sorry. And wheat. Ugh. Fucking shit. I love Snickers. Okay, so here's the thing. Balance, right? Balance. If they're releasing shit from demonic confinement, bunker buster. Dudayel. If they can release those things, then the other end of the spectrum can be tagged in. Do you get what I'm saying? Bruv. Bruv, do you get what I'm saying? The fight, the real fight, is about to be witnessed. There's a real fight that's about to be witnessed. I'll tell you guys right now, all of these things about disclosure and aliens and seeing all these different things in the sky, it's part of Operation Looking Glass. No, Operation Bluebeam. Looking Glass factors in, but not in that way. The team is being cleared to come back. The team is being cleared to come back. What team is this? The Urafim. 2, 4, 6, 7. It's a complete team. 7, Uraf. They don't look worried at all. The demonic ones are. They're upside down within their confinement. They don't have the type of support that they once had when they attempted the coup d'etat. They don't have that anymore. And I would go so far as to say that creation, notice the coloring and the coloring, right? Get the coloring and the coloring. So what is that? Oh shit. This is some shit. Okay. So I'm like, what continent is that? Why do I suddenly get this message? This is Antarctica. They're coming through the Tesseract. Tesseract confinement has been the energy for it has been dwindling, and so that portal is opening once again. They're coming in through the bottom and they're spreading through the oceans. Can't wait to see how they get their ass kicked. I can't wait. I don't entertain any other potentiality outside of this has already happened and we're just seeing it play out. Oh, the South Sea has changed its direction. Hmm. Hmm. See, they're like extending their hand from the deep, from the abyss. They're looking for a hand up. They're wanting and needing to come up. They're not going to. Is there like a tree? Are they like buried and confined under a tree? Because someone's about to shit their whole world up. Someone's about to shit down their entire ancestral tree. And Uraf, Uraf, and Uraf is about to poop on their whole ancestral tree. And I mean, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I don't care. I just don't ask me to do it. I'm just saying. Don't ask me to do it. Unless you're going to give me some Snickers. and then maybe I can, but no. Yeah. The entire tree. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so the second half of that message, and I'm no longer laughing, is that their entire tree, the entire fallen line is going to be reaching the surface. They're finding a way to the surface. Y'all better stay prayed up. I'm just saying. Just stay prayed up. Just pray. Pray over your food, pray over everything. Everything. Genuinely pray. Yeah. When people bash prayer, they don't quite understand what prayer can do. So if you're just like regurgitating these words as fast as you can, which I've been guilty of that whenever I had to pray the rosary, just like really, really fast, right? Then that's not actually praying. But if you genuinely pray, genuinely bless your life, your food, these different types of things, that's you focusing your thought, your intention, and infusing it in whatever you're praying over. You have the ability to override anything that will be entering your space, whether it's through ingestion or exposure, by way of exposure. So staying prayed up, you don't have to pray traditional prayers, but really focusing that thought and that intention, really just focusing it. Damn. You'll be able to tell which are the ones being used as portals to enter your space because of the way they speak. Look at that. Their words will guide you deeper and deeper into an abyss, and it will be very difficult for you to get out of that. I don't even have my books. Well, okay. That's it. I'm done. Okay, 3 more cards. I don't know where my books are. So, whatever. 3 more cards, okay? You can choose 1, 2, or 3. It's going to be kind of like a mini reading to give you additional information. Mini reading. Mini reading. Mini reading. So 1, 2, or 3. Okay, we're going to start with 3 first. After the storm, for those who choose 3, this is your card. You're one of the ones who are going to be heavily attempted. Okay, so this is not a bad thing. This means you have very elevated potentiality. You have the ability to convert your template to a diamond ray template. As that happens, you're going to begin to surge quite a bit of energy. It's going to be hard for you to hide yourself and hide your potential. That's okay. As long as you learn how to harness your energy to maintain your field, it doesn't matter. If you don't know how, that might be a problem. Okay. If you go to my academy, I think I might have it on here for the QR codes. Okay. Let's see. Fudging. Okay. Let me check. I know I have it on here somewhere. I have another morphogenetic fundamentals workshop coming up. So if you guys want to sign up for that, you definitely can. Here's the QR code. If you'd like to find out more, click on the QR code on the screen or the link in the comments. For those of you on TikTok, hold on. I have to put it on my Hui. I know I have it in a draft. All right, let's look through my drafts. Here. Oh, that's easy. Let's go ahead and add that. For those of you on TikTok, simply go to my Hubi link. And you'll be able to see it at the very, very top. It's the morphogenetic fundamentals workshop. That's where I teach you how to harness your own energy. You don't have to have any previous prior experience. This is a very entry-level type of workshop, and it's a virtual workshop. So for those who chose number 3, you need to begin guarding your energy. You don't have anything to be afraid of, but you just need to be aware that the need to guard your energy is increasing. It's going to continue to increase. And all of the attempts on you is actually going to be what hastens your conversion. So the person who's trying to access my energy on the FYP, can you behave yourself? Can you behave yourself? I'm trying to be nice. Like really trying. So yes, if you could keep your grubby little hands to yourself. You're not touching me, you're touching a droid. I would stop if I were you. I would. Anyways, so for those who chose number 2, relax to hold the darkness and be at cause. you have the ability to get very, very confrontational, which is not a bad thing. So you already gave yourself permission to defend yourself, to do whatever you need to do. Again, that's not a bad thing, but you have to know what it is that you're doing. And I don't mean like take classes. I'm talking about like, what are you fighting for? That's what you have to know. If you don't know what you're fighting for, who you are fighting, what you're fighting about, why are you fighting? Because the message here for those who chose the second card, there's a very high potentiality that for many of those people, something is going to try and drain your energy. The only way it can do that is by getting you to engage with things that you don't need to engage in. That's the only way. That's the only way. So don't allow it. For those who chose number 1, you got card 8, be the hunter, not the hunted. Now is the time for you to ask and communicate what you need. Ask for what you want, communicate what you need, and accept nothing less. Ask for what you want, communicate what you need, and expect nothing less. You can no longer continue with the luxury of waiting and waiting and waiting for something to happen for you when you can make it happen for yourself. Excuse me. So make it happen. Make it happen. I didn't know the song. There's something like that. So yes, I do anticipate everything to get a little bit, cock-a-doodle-doo-ish, doo-doo-ish, cock-a-doodle-doo-doo-ish. It's true. I'm not joking. You have time to prepare. At the very least, several days, several weeks. I'm not sure. It depends on who you are and what your soul has planned for you. But you do have time to prepare mentally, emotionally prepare. Give yourself permission to do whatever is necessary to get things done. That's bottom line. Give yourself permission. Okay? I don't know if you guys can hear that. So hood. I love the hood though. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm going to ask my husband to install actually straight pipe. I'm going to ask him to take off. I'm going to ask my husband to take off the exhaust and just rev in the driveway. You want to play that game? It's okay. Howdy, new neighbors. Howdy. What's up? Okay, anyways, I'm going to try and get along with people here. I'm going to try to. Anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your night. I will probably go live Sunday evening to do expedites. Y'all heard it. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Burn his car, burn the car, burn it down. It's a song. We're not burning that thing. It's a song. It's just a song. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. I will be live on Sunday to do expedites. And then I also have comfort care meditation. That's going to be coming up, I think, like in a month. With the comfort care meditation, if you're experiencing chronic pain, so my soul has been telling me all these different things. Part of the symptoms of the attempts to access your morphogenetic template and your luminous bodies is actual physical pain. So chronic pain, muscular pain, neurologic pain, things like that. The comfort care meditation is designed to give you relief from those things. Excuse me. So You can find it on my academy already, but I haven't created the link. There's nothing for me to show you right now. But if you go to k33academy.com, you can find it there. Um, it's already a live page. But yeah, if you're having chronic pain and you think it might be because of, all of this stuff, then that might be something to consider. Okay. I'll talk more about it in a different live stream. I'm ready to go.